want to move on down to Georgia. News out of there last week. There was a hearing in Fulton County over whether District Attorney Fani Willis should be disqualified from Trump's Georgia election interference case over allegations she had an inappropriate relationship with the lead prosecutor on the case. What do we need to know here?
We're just kind of wait and see right now for a judge to make his decision on whether that should be the case. If legal experts seem to think it doesn't rise to the point where she should be taken off the case. If she is, though, it's something that could delay that case, as a new prosecutor would have to be selected, and that could take months. And then that new prosecutor could also decide just to drop the case.
I heard a commentator call this or describe this hearing as soap opera-esque. What were your takeaways from the hearing?
Oh, it was thoroughly entertaining. You know, as somebody who has C-SPAN on most of the time, this was a lot juicier and a lot more interesting. She was an interesting witness, and I don't have the legal background that she does, obviously, but I would imagine that somebody who's a prosecutor knows what to say on the stand that would make them look good and would make them look not so good. And certainly in the court of public opinion, she didn't come out looking all too good out of that. But at the end of the day, the court of public opinion doesn't really matter here as to what the judge is going to decide. But it certainly was entertaining.
It was entertaining, to say the least. We saw her testimony. We saw Nathan Wade's testimony. When you look at those next to each other, how strong is this case against her? Is there any indication either way if she's going to be disqualified or not?
There hasn't been any indication. It's largely who is the judge going to trust, the two of them or the Willis's ex-friend who made the allegations. So we don't really know for sure one way or the other.
Obviously, the court of public opinion here who's watching, although they may not have a say here, they will have a say in the 2024 election. What do you think this does specifically for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I don't think it really matters one way or the other. It's such a small part of his entire legal problems there. I will give that a little bit of a caveat that Georgia is obviously a bit of a swing state there. So, even just a minor change in public opinion in Georgia may influence things there. But if you like Trump, you're on board with all this stuff already.
The allegations of this relationship, do you think the optics here work in his favor? Yeah,
I mean, the optics flat out suck. They're terrible. It's something that just, whether or not it should disqualify her for these cases, it's, just basic business ethics. Like, don't do that. So, it helps. And that's one of the things Trump regularly does to defend himself, is that he will, make accusations about the people accusing him. And, here he did it, and he's got something juicy to go on. So, it does certainly help his, give his supporters some sort of retort they can make on social media. But beyond that, if it's going to really affect anything, I don't think so.